Good day, grade 9 students. Again, this is Miss Kath and welcome to our Math 9 class. So for today's video, we're going to have an additional lesson that will involve quadratic equations. Okay, so before we discuss that, let's take this given. What if you're asked to find the solutions to this equation? So I have this given equation, 1 minus 1 over x equals 12 over x squared. So I suppose this is not really new to you. So sana parang familiar na kayo sa type or sa expressions na nakikita nyo na involved doon sa ating equation. Okay? So you're going to tell me, Miss, quadratic po siya kasi meron po tayong degree 2. Okay? So, although meron tayong nakikita dyan na variable na naka-squared or merong exponent na 2, hindi natin masasabi na quadratic agad siya since kung mapapansin nyo, yung x squared natin ay nandoon po sa ating denominator. Okay? So, kung hindi siya quadratic equation, ano nga bang tawag sa equation na ito and why do we have to discuss that? Okay? So, actually po, yung nakita nating example is an example of a rational equation. So, that's another type of equation. So, we have rational equation. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng rational equation? So, this is an equation that involves one or more rational expressions. Okay? So, we have to recall yung rational expression. So, kapag sinabi po nating rational expressions, kung makikita nyo doon sa ating example, meron tayo noong 1 over x and 12 over x squared. So, they are examples of rational expressions. So, kapag rational expressions po, ito yung mga expressions na meron tayong numerator at saka yung ating denominator. So, parang fractions lang po siya. Pero, in general, they are called rational expressions kasi hindi po numbers lang yung involved. So, pwede tayong magkaroon ng variables sa numerator at sa denominator. Okay? So, mapapansin nyo doon sa ating example kanina, yung ating mga variables ay nasa denominator. So, kapag daw meron tayong rational equations, we have to consider or we have to remember these points, important points. So the first one, when solving rational equations, it involves multiplying both sides of your equation by the least common denominator or your LCD. Okay, so yung least common denominator, napag-usapan na natin yan since nung elementary kayo. So kapag meron tayong dissimilar fractions, we're actually getting the LCD para maging similar yung ating fraction. So, ganun lang din kapag meron tayong rational equations. Since ang rational expressions naman, para lang din siyang fraction. So, para po ma-eliminate natin yung ating denominator, so we have to multiply both sides of your equation by the LCD. Okay? And also, it is important to check for extraneous solution. So, doon sa ating last topic on problem solving involving quadratic equations, na introduce ko na yung term na extraneous solution. So, sabi natin, pag extraneous solutions, ito yung mga values ng x or values ng variables natin na nasusolve natin, pero not eventually, i-consider natin yung answers na yun kasi maaaring hindi siya nagsasatisfy doon sa ating conditions. Okay? So, let's have an example ng pagsosolve ng ating rational equation. So, you're asked to solve 1 plus 3 over x equals 4 over x squared. So, basically, this is an example of a rational equation kasi may makikita kayong fraction or rational expression. So, meron tayong 3 over x and 4 over x squared. So, sabi natin kanina, when we're solving rational equations, ang first step mo is to eliminate the denominator or yung ating mga fractions. Diba? So, para ma-eliminate mo yung fractions, you just have to eliminate the denominator. And to eliminate the denominator, just have to multiply both sides of your equation or all the terms of your equation by the LCD. Okay, so meron kang dalawang denominator dyan. You have x and x squared. So, iisipin natin, ano ba ang LCD ng dalawang yan? Okay, so dapat alam natin that the LCD of x and x squared is just equal to x squared. Okay, so our first step is to multiply all the terms or multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD, which is x squared. Okay, so remember, kapag nagmumultiply po tayo, we have to multiply all the terms of your equation by that x squared. So, yung x squared, multiply ko sa 1. Yung x squared, multiply ko sa 3 over x. Yung x squared, multiply ko sa 4 over x squared. Okay? So, sana, na-recall natin ang pagmumultiply ng ating mga fractions. And if we simplify that, after multiplying, we'll just end up with x squared plus 3x equals 4. Okay? So, ito po ay nakuha natin by multiplying each term by x squared and simplifying. Ibig sabihin, kapag may common yung numerator at denominator, kinakancel po natin yon. Okay? So, we'll end up with x squared plus 3x equals 4. At kung mapapansin nyo po, yung ating bagong equation this time is actually a quadratic equation na. Okay, so that's the reason bakit kailangan natin pag-usapan yung rational equation kasi pwede pala natin silang masolve using yung concept natin ng quadratic equations. Okay, so kapag quadratic equation na siya, tandaan lang natin yung process natin ng pag-solve ng quadratic equation, di gawin muna natin siyang standard form. So, para maging standard form siya, transpose ko lang yung ating constant na 4 sa kabilang side, kaya po siya naging -4. And syempre, dahil wala na tayo natirang term doon sa other side of the equation, that's equal na to 0. Okay? Then after that, kapag naka-standard form na siya, pwede ko nang gamitin yung kahit na alin sa tatlong ways na tinuro ko sa inyo. You can use factoring, you can use completing the square, or you can use the quadratic formula. Okay? So kung alin po yung pinakamadali para sa inyo, pwede nyo pong gamitin. Okay? Pero dito, ang nakita ko pinakamadali is by factoring. So, ipa-factor ko po yung trinomial ko na x squared plus 3x minus 4. Okay? So, ito yung factors niya. Again, paano ko nakuha yung factors na 4 and -1? So, umisip po ako ng factors ng -4. Factors ng -4 na kapag pinag-add ko ay +3. Okay, so 4 times -1 is -4, and 4 plus -1 is, and 4 plus -1 is +3. Okay, so yun po yung aking factors. Okay, now after nating ma-factor, ang next step natin is we're going to use the zero product property. So kapag zero product property yung ginamit natin, we just have to equate the two factors doon sa 0. So, magkakaroon tayo ng x plus 4 equals 0, tas yung another factor natin, x minus 1 equals 0. Okay? Then, after that, our last step is to solve for the value of x. So, eto lang po, para ma-solve natin yung value ng x, transpose ko yung +4. Tapos dito, transpose ko naman yung -1. So, we'll end up with the following values of your x or our solution. So, we have -4 and +1. Okay? So, para lang po tayo ay consistent doon sa ating mga napag-aralan nung nakaraan, di isulat po natin yung ating final answers as a set. Okay? So, our final answer for this given is the set containing -4 and +1. Okay? So, sulat ko lang po. Meron tayong -4 at saka +1 as our answers. Okay? So, sinulat ko lang siya para po hindi natin makalimutan ha. Para hindi natin makalimutan na dapat ganito yung final answer natin. Okay? Pero kahit po meron na tayong nakuha, sabi ko kanina, di ba? We have to check for extraneous solution. So, bago ko isulat yung final answer dapat na -4, +1, I have to check first kung talaga bang etong dalawang to ay parehas na solutions. Okay? So, paano ko gagawin yon? So, we have to check yung dalawang nating nakuhang values of x. Kung meron ba tayong extraneous solution. So, ano ang kailangan kong gawin? So, para po check po kung may extraneous solution, I just have to substitute the values of my x na nakuha ko doon sa ating original equation. Okay? So, unahin natin yung positive value. So, meron akong x daw ay equal sa 1. Recall lang natin na ang given sa atin na equation, we have 1 plus 3 over x equal daw siya sa 4 over x squared. Okay? So, hahatiin ko lang itong dalawang ito. So, papakita ko lang na ang 1 plus 3 over x at saka yung 4 over x squared. Itong side na to, this one. At saka yung side na to, ito yon ay equal sa isa't isa pag sinubstitute ko yung 1. Okay? So, kapag sinubstitute ko yung 1, magkakaroon lang ako ng 3 over 1. Okay po? And then after that, simplifying lang, yung 3 over 1 naman natin ay equal lang po sa 3. So magkakaroon lang ako ng 1 plus 3, that's equal to 4. So ang side na to ay equal lang sa 4. Now, tingnan natin tong side na to. So kapag sinubstitute ko yung 1, magkakaroon lang ako ng 4 over 1 squared. At alam natin ang 1 squared is just equal to 1 and 4 over 1 can be simplified as 4. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung left side and right side ng equations natin ay naging equal sa isa't isa. So, we can say that positive 1 is really a solution of the given equation. Okay? Now, punta tayo doon sa isa pa nating solution or sa isa pa nating value ng x na nakuha. This time, we have x equals negative 4. So, try din natin yung ginawa natin dito. So, again, ang ating equation ay 1 plus 3 over x equals 4 over x squared. So, katulad nung ginawa ko doon, hatiin natin yung dalawa, yung left side at saka yung right side ng ating equation. Tapos, substitute ko parehas yung x as negative 4. Okay? So, mangyayari dyan, magkakaroon ako ng 1 plus 3 over negative 4. Okay? So, dahil meron akong negative dito, this is just equal to 1 minus 3 over 4. Diba? So, alam natin, kapag may whole number ako, sinubtrakan ko ng fraction, pwede kong isulat etong whole number na to as 4 over 4. Diba? Para mas madali nating ma-subtract. So, 4 over 4 minus 3 over 4 ay equal lang po sa 1 over 4 or 1/4. Okay, so etong side na to, pag ang x ay equal sa negative 4, the value is just equal to 1/4. Now, punta tayo dun sa ating right side. So, isa-substitute ko lang po yung negative 4 na value ng x, tapos naka-squared siya. So, I have 4 over negative 4 squared. That's negative 4 times negative 4. So, magkakaroon lang ako ng 16. And as we can see, yung 4 over 16 can still be simplified. So, may common factor pa po sila, which is 4. So, if I divided 4 by 4, the answer will be 1. If I divided 16 by 4, the answer will be equal to 1/4. Okay, so ito pong right side is equal to 1/4, ang left side ay equal sa 1/4. So equal po silang dalawa sa isa't isa, kaya masasabi natin that negative 4 is also a solution to this given equation. So para dito sa ating example 1, wala po tayong extraneous solutions kasi yung parehas natin na solve na value ng x ay parehas pong nag-satisfy doon sa ating given equation. Okay? Yung lahat po ng questions natin, pwede nating itanong sa webinar or pwede po kayo mag-send ng private message sa akin. Okay, let's have another example ng solving rational equation. So, you're asked to find the solutions of 1 minus 1 over x equals 12 over x squared. So again, kapag nakakita tayo ng rational expression or ng fractions dyan, those are examples of rational equation. So again, katulad ng sinasabi ko kanina, kapag may rational equation tayo, ang goal natin is first to eliminate your denominators or yung fractions natin. And to eliminate the denominators or the fractions, we just have to multiply both sides of your equation by the LCD. Okay? So again, ang ating denominators ay x at saka x squared. So ano kaya ang LCD nila? So doon natin i-multiply yung buong equation natin. And just like the first example, yung LCD po ng x at saka ng x squared ay equal lang po sa x squared. Kaya yun po ang i-multiply ko sa lahat ng terms ng ating equation. Okay? So, don't forget na kapag nag-multiply ka ng x squared sa tatlong terms na ito, dapat natin i-multiply at i-simplify ang mga pwedeng i-simplify. So, if we multiply all the terms by x squared and simplified all the terms that can be simplified, we'll come up with this equation. So, magkakaroon lang ako ng x squared minus x equals 12. Okay, so again, nakuha ko yan by multiplying x squared by 1, multiply ang x squared by negative 1 over x, and multiply ang 12 over x squared by x squared. Okay, and then, kung mapapansin nyo, meron na uli akong quadratic equation. So, same process na lang po nung mga ginagawa natin. Kapag may quadratic equation ka na, to solve for that, you just have to transform that to standard equation. So, ang standard equation naman niya, etong constant na 12, is transpose lang natin sa kabilang side. So, positive siya dyan. Pag transpose ko, magiging negative. And don't forget, equals 0 na lang po doon sa kailangan nating idagdag. Okay? Para po maging siyang equation. And the next po, kapag tayo ay nasa standard equation na or standard form ng quadratic equation, you can use any of the three methods that we have discussed. So again, kung alin po ang pinakamadali para sa inyo. So ang nakikita kong pinakamadali for this is again factoring. So if I use factoring, I just have to factor x squared minus x minus 12. So ito po yung nakuha ko. So again, the factors of x squared are x times x. The factors of negative 12 na kapag pinag-add ko ay negative 1, I have negative 4 and positive 3. Okay? Negative 4 times positive 3 is negative 12. Negative 4 plus positive 3 is negative 1. Okay? After getting the factors, I'm going to use the zero product property. So, i-equate ko lang yung kada factor natin sa 0. So, magkakaroon lang ako ng x minus 4 equals 0. And the other factor, x plus 3 equals 0. Okay? And then lastly, kapag nagamit ko na yung zero product property, I just have to get the value of x. So, transpose lang natin yung constants natin sa other side. So, transpose ko yung negative 4. Transpose ko yung positive 3 will give me the values of my x na positive 4 and negative 3. Okay? So, again, kapag sure ka na yan ay final answers na, kailangan po isusulat natin siya in set notation, di ba? So, dapat, kung sure ka na factors parehas yan, I will write positive 4, negative 3 as this one. Okay? Pero again, isusulat nyo lang siya kung parehas yan na solution after checking kung meron ba tayong extraneous na solution. Okay? So, let's check kung meron tayong extraneous solutions. So, in checking extraneous solutions, kailangan ko munang i-check yung first one. Isa-substitute ko lang siya doon sa ating original equation. Kapag parehas yung lumabas sa left side at sa right side, then x equals 4 is a solution. Tapos, itatry ko din naman siya doon sa ating negative 3. Okay, so start tayo. Yung ating pong given na equation, we have 1 minus 1 over x equals 12 over x squared. Okay, so hatiin ko lang ulito para sa left side and right side ng equation ko. Tapos 12 over x squared. Okay? So, ang gagawin ko po, papalitan ko yung lahat ng variables x dito ng positive 4. So, magkakaroon lang ako ng 1 minus 1 over 4. So, meron akong whole number uli, nakasubtract yung fraction. So, para mas madali kong masubtract yan, yung 1, gagawin ko na lang siyang 4 over 4 para same lang sila ng denominator. Okay? And then, tsaka ako isusubtract yung ating 1/4. So, it will give me the answer na 3 over 4. Okay? Now, punta tayo dun sa ating right side, yung 12 over x squared. So, isa-substitute ko lang po yung 4 sa ating denominator. So, that's 4 squared. Simplifying 4 squared is 4 times 4. That's equal to 16. And then, kung mapapansin nyo, 12 over 16 can still be simplified. So, may common pa po sila na 4. So, if I divide 12 by 4, magkakaroon lang ako ng 3. If I divide 16 by 4, magkakaroon din po ako ng 4. So, the answer sa right side ng equation ay 3/4. Ganun din po sa left side ng equation. So, they are equal. So, we can say that positive 4 is really a solution for the given equation. Okay? So, after that, puntahan naman natin yung another x na na-solve natin kanina. So, this time we have -3. So, ganun lang din po yung gagawin natin. Sulat ko lang dito yung ating original equation. Hatiin ko lang uli sa dalawa para dun sa dalawang sides. 1 minus 1 over x at saka 12 over x squared. Okay? So, this time, ang i-check ko po ay -3. So, -3 po ang isa-substitute ko sa lahat ng ating mga values ng x. So, magkakaroon lang ako ng 1 minus 1 over -3. Now, kung mapapansin nyo, meron akong negative dito. So, sabi natin, kapag negative at saka negative, pwede po natin siyang simplify as positive. So, magkakaroon ako ng 1 plus 1 over 3. Okay? So, katulad din kanina, pag may whole number ako naka-add sa fraction, gawin natin silang similar fraction. So, yung 1, pwede ko siyang isulat as 3 over 3. So, 3 yung ginamit ko na denominator para katulad na po nitong fraction na to. So, magkakaroon lang ako ng 3 over 3 plus 1/3, that's equal to 4 over 3. So, kopya na lang po ang denominator kapag similar fractions na sila. Okay? Now, punta na tayo doon sa ating right side. So, this time, I have 12 over the value of x is -3. Tapos, square natin siya. So, simplifying -3 squared, ibig sabihin nun, -3 times -3, that will be positive 9. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, ang 12 over 9 can still be simplified. So, meron po tayong common factor dyan na 3. So, if we divide 12 by 3, magkakaroon tayo ng 4. If we divide 9 by 3, magkakaroon din po tayo ng 3. So, obviously, equal po uli yung ating left side and right side of the equations. So, -3 is also a solution. So, wala tayong extraneous solution para po dito sa ating second given. Okay? So, yung final answer natin, pwede ko na talagang masabi, we have positive 4 and -3 as the solutions for the given equation. Okay? Questions or clarifications ay welcome po sa webinar. Okay, so pagkatapos po ng ating webinar, magkakaroon po tayo ng quiz number 3. So maikling quiz lang po to about rational equations. Okay, just to check kung talagang naintindihan nyo po yung diniscuss natin na rational equation. So, hindi na naman bago sa atin yung rational equations kasi we can always transform a rational equation into quadratic equations na pinag-uusapan po natin from the start. Okay? So, etong quiz na to, unlike other quizzes, mangyayari po siya or magiging available siya after ng webinar natin until 5 p.m. po. Okay? So, yung mga a-attend ng webinar, itanong nyo na doon lahat ng mga gusto nyong itanong. Magbibigay ako ng additional examples. Tapos kung may questions pa kayo, pwede nyo nang itanong. And then right after the webinar, pwede na po kayo mag-take ng quiz para hindi nyo na siya aalalahanin until 5 p.m. Okay? And then, syempre, aside from that, dapat alam po natin na next week, October 25 to 29, will be our first quarterly test. So, ito naman po ang pointers natin na kailangang i-review para po doon sa ating last exam for the first quarter. Okay, so we're going to have discriminant and nature of the roots, the sum and the product of the roots of a quadratic equation, a problem solving, so magbibigay ako ng isang problem, and then this topic about rational equations.